Hey, Carlster fans, it's the Carlster. Today I want to talk a little bit about my dad. Um, my dad died on September 11th, 2011. Um, he was the probably I couldn't have asked for the best dad in the world. Um, he was uh, he was in the Navy. Um, I don't remember what year he was in the Navy, but he flew in an airplane called a P-2V Neptune. He flew around looking for enemy submarines that weren't supposed to be in our waters. He never fought in a war. He was a uh, very funny guy. Um, every time he would uh, catch one of us kids whining, me, my brother or sister, he would always go, wah. It was funny. Um, he was one of two children. My grandma Yans only had two children. Um, my Aunt Betty and my father. Um, my father's name was Willis James Yans. Everybody called him Bill. He was very old school, as I would call it nowadays, and he was absolutely into that. Like he would buy us um, he would buy me like sweaters and soap on a rope and all that kinds of stuff. And he at one time worked at a place called the Grand Gourmet. He um, I I loved that store because it smelled really good. Every time you walked in there, it just smelled like gourmet coffee, and they always had really good baked goods, and I just loved that place. Then he went on and worked at a place called Jones Gifts. That was a Hallmark card shop. He also worked um, at a place called the Holden House, which is was basically a halfway house. I don't know really how to explain a halfway house, but um, I miss him a lot. Um, have you ever gotten that feeling where you miss somebody and like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I need to call this person, and then you realize that they're not there anymore. Um, that really stinks. Um, he was a very kind man. He was very loving to his children. He was very loving to his grandchildren. Um, he always gave us the best Christmases, and he always gave us his love on Christmas. That's one thing I want to strongly advise to everybody is that Christmas is not all about giving gifts. Christmas is about the best gift of all. That's the birth of Jesus Christ. Now, I normally do not talk about religion in my videos, but Christmas is about love and cherishing family and the birth of Jesus Christ, and it's Christmas is my favorite holiday, and Christmas was my father's favorite holiday, and he used to have this wonderful, I mean, this absolutely wonderful Christmas tree. I think it was like a blue spruce, and it had all this beautiful fake snow on it, and it was just so pretty. And he would put white lights on it. Now, keep in mind, my mom and dad were divorced. I believe they divorced when I was probably about, I want to say 3.5. I think maybe, I don't remember, but yeah. So, but I did get to spend a lot of time with my dad. Um, so, I mean, I will tell you guys more stories about my dad, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of who he was, and um, um, I gotta get the date of when he was born. Um, because of my disability, I don't have good memory. So I gotta get that, and it's hard for me to remember things. So, yeah. Um, Tomorrow I think I'll talk about my grandparents. Yeah, that'd be good. So, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and this is the Carlster signing off, and have a good night, Carlster fans. Carlster out.